Part 4, we're going to talk about forecasting like a pro in the renewal world. You need to forecast renewals as rigorously as you forecast bookings. And here's how you do it. Most companies, they guess at renewals. They look at history and hope. Hope is not a strategy. Then they miss by 5 or 10 points every quarter. You cannot run a business like that. You need pipeline stages. You need weekly updates, just like what you do in bookings, no different. And that will get you to a high level of accuracy. So let me walk you through some of these stages, or all of the stages. So there are 6 stages in a renewal process. Stage 1, you have identified the particular renewal that is coming due. It is well within the 90 to 120 days window. There is a health score associated with that particular account, and an owner has been assigned. There is stage 2. That is when you engage the customer, you do a business review, and you're talking actively to the customer at this point. You are getting them engaged. Stage 3 is you craft that proposal and you deliver that proposal to the customer to review. Stage 4, you are negotiating and working through the terms and agreements of that particular proposal. Stage 5, you work to get a commitment from the customer to upgrade, downgrade, but at least keep that account going. And stage 6, well, you close the deal, either the account is renewed or churned. So every renewal moves through these stages and your team reports weekly. How much is in each stage? What is at risk? What is committed? Here's a real example. At one point, there's one company that had $8 million in renewals coming up in Q2. Week 1, they forecasted $7.1 million that would renew. However, when they did the post hoc calculation, they found it was a little bit lower and they were off by $100,000. Off by $100,000 against $7.1 million. Incredible level of accuracy, only possible with pipeline discipline. So what do you do with at-risk renewals? You create all these intervention playbooks, I call them. Playbook 1, if there's low usage, set up training programs, do an implementation review, work with the customer to show quick wins. You have a playbook B to address value. If the customer is not feeling that they're getting value, try to sell that value to them. Create case studies. A playbook C could be that a big champion, an immediate champion from the customer side left. So you get the executives in your side to get involved to set up connections with a particular customer. Companies with playbooks, they save 40 to 60% of at-risk renewals. They don't have to invest any dollar other than time and experience with the products and with the customer. Without playbooks, the number goes down to 20 to 30% because everyone is hoping. You also need, by the way, executive escalation. That's very important. Big customers, if they are red, executive relationship is needed on a timely basis. So when you face this type of crisis, go to the execs, get them involved in a timely manner. If a CEO can commit to any deal over a certain range, let's say $250,000, and they talk to the customer, to their counterpart in the client organization, and they work together to fix how to get this thing on course again. Finally, do consider retrospectives, whether you win or lose. If after every renewal, ask what happened and why. Track patterns. Whatever problems did you hit? What did the customers tell you? How did you fix that problem? And when you start doing those quarterly retrospectives, you start improving the retention 1 or 2 points every quarter. They all compound. And all of a sudden, you're going to look back and you say, oh, wow, we hit 90 to 95% retention. So what are the 2 key takeaways? 1, use your 6 pipeline stages and forecast weekly. That's super important. This delivers 2 to 3% accuracy instead of guessing against the quarter targets. 2, build those intervention playbooks that I spoke to you about. It doubles your save rate on at-risk renewals. So in the next episode, we are going to talk about the big payoff. I'll show you a real case study. A company went from 82% retention with no operations to 90% with world-class systems. And they got paid a valuation premium, $180 million. You need to see this particular case and hear about this. So I'll see you in part 5, the $180 million premium. Take care. See you soon. Bye.